Welcome to Intuitive Flow. I'm your host, Mikaela Filar, intuitive energetic healer, medium, entrepreneur, and mindset mentor with a mission to help you step into your fullest potential by giving you the tools to rid yourself of limiting beliefs, love yourself unconditionally, and create the reality that you dream of living. It is time to transform your mindset, get unstuck, and step into the highest frequency version of yourself who has unshakable confidence. I am even answering your juiciest questions regarding all things intuition, manifestation, personal development, self-love, self-image, and helping you work through your dilemmas, intuitively guiding you to expand your mindset and level up in life. So turn up the volume and get excited for this intuitive flow. So yes, I have changed the podcast. I have given it a facelift or an upgrade, right? And I have just been feeling called to do this because honestly, chats with your self-worth BFF, like it just started to not make any sense. So I was like, I'm going to change the podcast episode. And then this name came to me and here we are. Got a little facelift on the website as well. Super excited about that. Got some new offers in there. Redid my offering suite. So if you have not already checked out MikaelaRyanFilar.com, go check it out right now. Pause this episode. Go check out my website. I'm honestly so proud of it because I did it myself. And you guys, I taught myself how to do literally all of this. Nothing is impossible, right? But anyways, if you haven't checked that out, go check it out. It's MikaelaRyanFilar.com. Ryan is my middle name. So super excited about this change. I think that the outline of it is so fun, and it honestly gives you guys such an incredible opportunity to ask me whatever questions that you have regarding all of the things that I listed above. Giving me your dilemmas. If you have anything that you're going through right now and you would maybe love some intuitive guidance, then you have an opportunity to ask me your question in the chat. Where to find the chat to input your question. And by the way, all of this is anonymous. So I don't know who's asking me these questions. I figured it would be an easier way for you to guys just feel more comfortable if, let's say, you do share a dilemma. Like, it is anonymous. I don't know who is asking these questions. And so it just gives you an opportunity to really just not care and ask whatever questions that you have. Anyways, so I'm just really excited about this new change of the podcast, the new direction of the podcast, and what's to come moving forward. So if you don't know this already, Glowed Up is my 6-week self-love and self-image mastery course. Before we get into our questions, I just really have to go into Glowed Up, okay? So Glowed Up is my 6-week self-love and self-image mastery course. The doors close for this round this Saturday, September 28th at 11 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So if you have had your eye on Glowed Up, if you have had this intuitive pull, this feeling of I don't know why, but I just need to do this. That's your higher self's way of saying, jump in, girl. This is what you need. This is what's going to help you shift. This is what's going to help you heal. This is what's going to help you grow, right? And who knows the transformation that you will make inside of Glowed Up yourself. So Glowed Up, like I said, is my 6-week self-love and self-image mastery course. With this round, you are getting 2 bonus modules, 3 live Q&As with me in Zoom room, right? And all of these live Q&As give you an opportunity to ask me whatever questions that you have regarding any of the content inside of the course. Gives you an opportunity to get into a room with all of the other like-minded individuals that are also working on skyrocketing their self-love and self-image. You guys, self-love and self-image are literally the key to everything. You might think that you have a million problems, but truly they all are rooted down to self-love and self-image. Why is self-love and self-image so important? Because the world is a giant mirror of what we think, feel, and believe to be true about ourselves. If you're interested in really want a taste of what it's like to be inside of Glowed Up, I do have a free self-love and self-image masterclass that I will link in the show notes for you below. It's also on my website in the Frequency Vault, which is all of the courses, a mastermind that I am working on behind the scenes here, and also just an opportunity for you to see what it's like inside of Glowed Up, why self-love and self-image is so important, what exactly that is according to source. So yeah, super excited about Glowed Up. The transformations that the alumni girls have made who've already taken this course have been so incredible. I'm so unbelievably proud of them. We've got people who have been recognized at work for their hard work when they didn't feel like they were being recognized before. They ended up getting raises in their jobs. Their bosses scheduling like their own clients with them, whereas opposed to like just being, the assistant, they were like getting actual opportunities to like be the authority, right? Which is so huge. People who are just learning how to see their value and see how unique and special they are. I've got testimonials here. So lately, looking in the mirror, I'm seeing my higher self and actually attracted to myself. Been feeling more beautiful and sexy and seeing my progress in my exercising, which is so amazing, so huge. I had another testimonial that was like, just wanted to share today. I had a little realization at the very beginning. We were told to make a T chart to take our goal off the pedestal. Mine was losing weight, getting in shape, and one of the pros was being toned and sexy, and the con was having to get a whole new wardrobe because nothing's going to fit. Well, today I'm wearing yoga pants per usual, and they're falling off my ass. And I was like, what the hell? Nothing's fitting me anymore. They all just fall off my ass. Same with all my jeans. Then I paused and giggled because I remembered my list and was like, oh, right, the work is working. You guys, if you like, we don't realize that our body, like the root cause of gaining weight and having unnecessary weight is literally our body is so incredible and so amazing that it's our body's way of protecting ourselves from our words getting to our organs, right? If we are super mean to ourselves, our body will produce fat and hold on to unnecessary fat and weight in order to protect itself from our harsh words. So, just another reason that it's so freaking important to speak kindly to yourself. And that's what this girl was experiencing inside of Glowed Up. She was losing weight because she was learning how to speak to herself with kindness, rewire her neural pathways, and to reframe those limiting self beliefs, like shut that inner critic up, right? I had another testimonial say, I love being inside of Glowed Up. I've been able to shift my mindset around how I see myself, and it has been such a game changer for work. Now that I see my value, my boss sees my value as well. Another testimonial said, I finally reached a point in my life where I no longer dream about reconciling with my ex anymore. What he has put me through over the last few months was a big eye opener and healing process for me. Doing the work with you and putting him on the T chart has made me feel like I don't even want that for myself anymore. And it is so crazy that I would not be in this mindset without you. Thank you so much. You guys, if you are, maybe your self worth is super low and you're accepting the bare minimum, or you're accepting to be treated by people with any less than you deserve, right? Like Glowed Up will help you see your worth. That is what it's all about. Skyrocketing your self love and self image. It will transform your life. You will see what you are worthy of. You will remember who the fuck you are, and you will step into that version of yourself. So, there's so many other incredible testimonials that I have here. If you're interested, go check out my Instagram where I have like just made a carousel about it today, actually, where I just share a bunch of testimonials from Glowed Up alumni. And you guys, it just goes to show like the work works if you work it. So if Glowed Up has been on your heart and you've just got this intuitive pull to jump in, you have until this Saturday, the 28th at 11 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to jump in, skyrocket your self love and self image, take back control, hush that inner critic up, and step into the version of you fucking forgot existed, right? And a higher frequency version of you, and somebody who is in love with themselves unconditionally from the inside out and manifest all that she desires because she is so worthy and she is becoming a fucking magnet for all of her desires, right? Through the tools that I teach inside of Glowed Up, that is a transformation that you will be creating for yourself. Okay. Anyways, that's enough about Glowed Up. I just wanted to give you guys like a little heads up that the doors are closing. This is going to be the last round that I do of this live. So you're going to be able to like get that one-on-one interaction with me and get your questions answered. So don't miss out. If it has been on your heart, do not miss out on this opportunity. Okay. Okay. So getting into today's questions. We've got some good ones here. I picked 3. I think that 3 is going to be like the max because I don't want to like have these episodes be too long. And you know me and my tangents. All right. So, our first question from our anonymous listener is how to clear and heal our electromagnetic field. So, the electromagnetic field, or EMF, or creator field, is the energetic body that we all have surrounding our physical body, which is made up of our thoughts, feelings, and what we believe to be true about ourselves and our life. If you have holes in your creator field, right, like limiting self beliefs, that inner critic not shutting up, then 99.9% of them are going to be rooted from self image issues. Like I said in the beginning of this, you think you have a million problems, but you actually only have one. This is why healing your self image is so important and why I even created Glowed Up. So I go into this process in more detail inside of that course because it is so much more than I can just put into a podcast episode. We would be here for literally days, which is why I created Glowed Up so that you can learn how to do this inside of there and you have time to and you have the tools necessary. But long answer short, you heal your self image wounds and you will heal 99.9% of your issues and repair the holes in your creator field. All of this is done through reprogramming the neural pathways in your brain, getting that inner critic to shut the fuck up, becoming aware of your toxic patterns, and healing your limiting self beliefs, which is exactly what we do inside of Glowed Up. All right. So I hope that helps. If you want a little self image tool, I'm going to give you one. I'm going to give you one right here. Right here. Okay. So what I want you to do, you're going to write out something that society or your parents or whoever raised you doesn't necessarily deem as quote unquote good, right? Nothing in this world, in this universe is good or bad. Everything is neutral. It has an equal amount of good to the bad, bad to the good, right? So if we remember that and we have a quality about ourselves that we don't necessarily like love about ourselves or like that somebody else doesn't love about ourselves, so it's made us not love it about ourselves. Like for instance, mine was that I move too fast and I don't think about my actions before I like jump into something or like make my next move. And I used to get so hard on myself about this. And when I started learning this work, and I was like, okay, well, like, what's good about it? So I want you to then think of 3 good things that come from this quote unquote bad thing that society or your parents, whoever raised you, thinks is. Okay. So if mine is I move too fast and don't think about my actions before I jump into something or take my next move, I'm going to think, well, that means 1, that I'm fearless. I'm not afraid to take risks, right? That's 2. And also, I'm not boring, right? Like my life is always exciting. I am never like doing the same thing different day. Like every day is different. And I wouldn't even be able to be an entrepreneur, start my business if I wasn't afraid to take risks, if I wasn't, just jumping from like whatever is next, whatever I need to do next, like just jumping in and getting that done, right? That wouldn't be a thing. I wouldn't be like the risk taker that I am if like I just saw moving too fast as being something bad, right? Another thing that's good about moving super fast is my ability to trust others and my ability to trust in my decisions instead of like being like, oh no, I need to like stop and wait and think about it for X amount of time. And then I'm overthinking and then I'm not listening to my intuition, right? I'm not listening to that gut instinct and like just jumping in, like when that's just worked for me throughout my entire life. So, like, why is it quote unquote bad? All right. So, I want you to take one quality that you have just been really hard on yourself about. It could be like, I'm a procrastinator or something like that, like something that society or your family or friends or parents or whatever deems as quote unquote bad. And I want you to write down 3 things that are good that come from that quality. Okay. So that is your little self image tool and your homework for this podcast episode. All right. Next question is how do you identify what your soul pool is? Okay, this is one of my most asked questions when I get into client sessions, and everyone wants to know what their purpose is in life. As souls, we all have the collective purpose of learning lessons and then taking those lessons and sharing them with others so that we raise the frequency of the collective. So when it comes to each individual soul pool, it comes down to you following the intuitive pulls. You doing what makes you excited, you doing what makes you happy, right? Whether that's being a leader in your industry, painting, dancing, acting, science, finance, spirituality, whatever. Your purpose is to live your life however you feel most aligned, most fulfilled. Whatever that looks like specifically for you is how you fulfill your soul pool. But here's the thing, you're not going to find your soul pool by like sitting in a dark room and not living your life and like getting super frustrated with like nothing is working. The reason that nothing is working is because you just haven't found it yet. Like, I think about before I started my intuitive business, like I have had so many jobs. I was in the restaurant industry for since I was 16 until I was like 28, 29, right? And I just jumped from job to job and thing to thing. And I was in fitness and health and I did network marketing and I worked in an office for like 5 seconds. Your girl can't do that. Mm-mm. She's a projector in human design and we just don't work for 8 hours a day. We just don't do that. Unless we're really fired up and passionate, like I sometimes have 8-hour days because obviously I love what I do, but I digress. So you have to find your purpose by like going out there, trying new things, going after that like job that whatever that job is that you want to go do, like going after it or starting the business that you want to start and like going after it, just starting. The thing is that we let our limiting self beliefs and our self doubt and imposter syndrome get in the way of actually fulfilling our soul's purpose because we can't get out of our own fucking head. And that is what's stopping you. So if you're desiring to find what it is that you feel lights you up the most and figure out what your soul pull is, the trick is to just do more things. Do more things, try new things. If you haven't figured out what your purpose is in life right now, hold on to the fact that everything is happening for you on purpose for a purpose. And you just have to figure out like the next step, like one foot in front of the other. Okay. Like nothing is that serious. We are literally living on a floating rock. There are so many other things happening that are like just your job right now is to stay alive and to learn lessons from the experiences that you are experiencing, and then to share those lessons. And then along the way, like find a way to make money and like stay alive. Like literally, it's not that serious, right? So I understand how frustrating it could be to hear that, like, follow your whatever makes you happiest and whatever lights you up. But it truly is like it'll click for you. And when it does click for you, you can DM me on Instagram and be like, oh my God, it finally clicked. Like I get it. Like I know what I'm supposed to be doing. And what is perfect for you right now might not be perfect for you 2 years from now or 5 years from now or 10 years from now. Right. Like that's why it just blows my mind how they expect kids who are like 17, 18 years old to like pick a major and then go to college for it. And then like, you're not going to be the same person or want the same things most of the time. So a lot of people get into jobs that they think are like their purpose. And then they figure out that like it's not actually what's making them happy. And then they're miserable, but then they feel stuck because it's the only way that they think that they can make money. And then it's just this toxic cycle when really they're meant to be, you know, doing something else that actually really lights them up, but they're afraid of making that jump because making the jump and investing in yourself and what makes you the happiest can be fucking scary. And staying in what's safe and comfortable, like your 9 to 5, or like my mom's been teaching for 30 plus years, you know what I'm saying? Like that blows my mind, right? My mom's boyfriend's been in the same 9 to 5 forever. He can't fucking wait to retire. Like, I know so many people who are so excited to retire right now. It's crazy. And I'm just like, I really love what I do. And I don't really care if I ever don't retire, because like then I would be bored, because I just really love what I do, because I love my clients. I love who I'm helping. I love what I'm doing. Anyways, I digress. You get the idea. Figure out what is making you the most happy in this moment, and then find a way to make money from it. What I do with my clients is I have them write down like all the things that they absolutely love, love, love to do. And like what they're really, really good at. And then I ask them, okay, like, I want you to sit down and think, like, how can you make money doing this? And then what do you need to do in order to make that happen? Right. So there's another tool that you can use. The next question I have here, last but definitely not least, is how to emotionally connect when you are used to pushing emotions away. I love this question. And it sounds like you are emotionally connected to being a person who pushes their emotions away. So I want you to think about that for a second. We all have these stories that we make up about ourselves in our heads. And if you desire to be someone who doesn't push their emotions away, where in your life can you take action to break the pattern of pushing emotions away? It sounds like at some point in your life you were hurt and it caused you to maybe like put up a wall. But when you put up that wall is the day that you decided to push your emotions away. If you want to like change that, you've got to get to the root cause of the belief that you are someone who pushes your emotions away. You've got to shift it, heal, and then forgive. So whatever you need to do that, and then begin to embody somebody who emotionally connects to whatever it is that you're wanting to emotionally connect to. When you emotionally connect, it means like it's when you're thinking about that thing or person that you want to be emotionally connected with, and you get chills, you get teary eyed, you cry, any type of like emotion, right? So if you are dealing with, the idea of, or like the limiting belief of like, oh, I'm not somebody who shows their emotions, I'm not somebody who can emotionally connect with someone else or something or a saying or whatever it is, or an affirmation, that's a story that you've created in your head, right? So what we need to do is, first of all, get to the root cause, like I said, of that, and then ask yourself, how do I choose to feel instead? How can you forgive the person who made you shut your feelings off? And then take the action steps that you need to do to heal and to move forward, and to not emotionally connect to the fact that you are somebody who pushes their emotions away or down, because that's very dangerous, and it will also manifest into physical body ailments as well. And we don't want that, right? We don't want that. And also, you're giving your power away when you because you're allowing a past situation, circumstance, or person get in the way of the way you move through life currently, now in the present, right? So we don't want that. We want to take our power back by choosing to emotionally connect to whatever the fuck it is that we want to emotionally connect to, and stop identifying with the statement of, I am not somebody who connects emotionally with others or things or experiences, right? And start to shift that and heal that and step into the person who you want to be, which is the person who emotionally can connect. Okay. So that is all I've got for you guys for today for questions. I really enjoy answering your guys' questions and helping you guys out. I've already got so many questions to answer for upcoming episodes. I'll have like a guest on here and there. I'll have, different things for the podcast, different topics and stuff. If I want to teach on something specific, I will. But I love just being able to answer your guys' questions when it comes to the podcast, because it gives me something to talk about, something to help you guys with. And I know that you guys are getting insane amounts of value from this podcast. So if you loved today's episode, please, please, please do the podcast a favor and rate and review 5 stars. Go reply 5 stars and like give a little blurb if you can. Tell me what you got out of today's episode, how it helped you. screenshot it, share it with a friend, share it to your Instagram story, tag me. I would absolutely love if you DM me and like just let me know what you thought about the episode today and how you're liking, the new name and the new cover art and my website and yeah, how I helped you and all the things. So thank you so freaking much for choosing to tune in to today's episode. I am so excited to see where this podcast goes with all these new changes. And I will be answering your questions next Tuesday. Chat soon.